Situated on a sprawling, tree-lined 11-acre lot in Pomfret, Connecticut, welcome to 60 Paine Road.
Welcome everyone. 60 Paine Road, Pomfret, Connecticut is a property listed for sale for $540,000. It's described as a Swedish cope scribe fit log home with additional 2,000 square feet unfinished space on the second floor. Home offers system 3,000 radiant heat, central air, clawfoot tub, culture stone fireplace, sunken living room, sub-zero refrigerator, two 330-gallon oil tanks in the basement. Home sits off the road with 11 acres of land. I'm here to warn all potential buyers of the many issues that I found with this home. At first glance, it looks like a home with very minor issues, just needs a little tender loving care, and it could be a beautiful home, which is what I thought. However, there are a plethora of issues with this house that have not been disclosed. I received the disclosures papers from the owner and the realtor, the seller's agent, and none of the issues that I discovered were disclosed to me in the disclosures. Some were disclosed verbally when I went to go look at the home, but many were not. And I'm here to just warn potential buyers. I could save you a lot of time and a lot of money by watching this video. So what are some of the issues? Well, let's start with the exterior. As you can see from the photos, the logs are not maintained, and log homes need to be maintained continuously every 5 to 7 years. And this obviously was not. The logs are weathered, faded, and they need to be either blasted or pressure washed and restained. And, that's minor. But it starts to go much deeper. The roof needs complete replacement. There's been many roof leaks, and there's evidence of that. As noted in my home inspection, the plywood underneath the roof, there are many wet spots. Most likely, there's going to probably, I would say, most, if not all of the decking under the asphalt shingle needs to be replaced. But again, I'm not a contractor. This is just what was noted on my home inspection. So, continuing on the outside, the roof soffits are completely unfinished. There's electrical wiring not to code. It's not suitable for exterior use. The home is not weather tight. And there's really not much more to say about the outside. The outside needs to be completely overhauled. On the inside, the first floor is not without its issues as well. The first floor, as you go into the home, there's a front porch. It needs to be regraded. The front steps, as you saw there, are they don't have proper railings. There are some structural components to the front porch that need to be addressed. The inside of the home, which looks beautiful and does have beautiful logs, has some water damage. The AC units you see there are not working, or they weren't working back in June, as stated on a previous home inspection from a previous buyer. However, when I was there, they were unable to be tested because it was too cold. So I don't know if that's been repaired, but they are at the end of their lifespan. They're over 20 years old, so plan on a new AC system. You go into the kitchen, it's missing kitchen cabinets, which I was told were custom made, and the owner never finished them, so you'll have some money there. There's a little vegetable sink in the kitchen that is not hooked up. There's a burner in the cooktop that's out, and the appliances are also nearing the end of their life, so just take that into account. There's one bedroom, one bathroom on the first floor, and there's another room that's like a den that's being used as a bedroom, but it's not a true bedroom. A previous home inspection report notes that there's some water damage going out the slider to the outdoor deck, which I should mention needs a complete replacement as well. That deck is completely rotted. So heading up to the second floor, which was one of, honestly a highlight for me. It's 2,000 square feet of unfinished living space. But at first glance, it looks like all the rough plumbing, all the rough electrical's in, and just that the upstairs needs some insulation, sheetrock, and flooring. And obviously put in some bathroom fixtures, and you'll have a beautiful 2,000 square feet. Actually, before moving up to the second floor, I should mention, although the first floor bath, which has the clawfoot tub, is the only shower. Obviously, it's the only bathroom in the house that's finished. So, obviously, that's where one would shower, and the shower was also not working. So the tub diverter was not working. There was a missing handle on the cold valve was missing. So some issues with the bathroom on the first floor. Again, going back up to the second floor, the home inspection revealed that some electrical worked, some didn't. It was not to code. We couldn't verify the heating system. The heating system was off, so were unable to verify the AC and the heating system. But the oil tank in the basement, along with the oil burner, is at the end of its lifespan. It's over 20 years old, and home inspection notes that the two 330-gallon oil tanks were rusted. So there's moisture problems in the basement, and some evidence of water leaks as well. So again, heading back upstairs, it's completely unfinished. There's no insulation. There's some evidence of water in the attic. So in a nutshell, this house has water issues. The exterior is not weather tight. The major mechanical systems all need to be replaced either immediately or within the near future, as that they are at the end of their lifespan. Going into the garage, which is a big issue. The garage is not fireproof rated. There's no insulation. There's no sheetrock in the ceiling, which has living space above. By code, you need to have a fire-rated ceiling between the garage and living space. Also in the garage, there are no supports. There are no columns, lolly columns. There's no evidence that the garage has a footing in order to install these columns to help hold the weight of the room above. A property search through the town revealed no documents, no plans, nothing. Basically nothing on the house, with the exception of a roof permit that was taken out in 2016. No certificate of occupancy, no inspection reports to verify that what was built is what was intended. So no original plans, which I find extremely odd for a house built in 1995. It wasn't that long ago, and the town record keeping should be much better than what it is. So I don't know what's going over there at the town, but I find it very suspicious that there is no record of this house being built. I don't know who the builder is. The owner, who is the current owner, has been living in the house and has owned it for the past 20 years. He does not have plans. He couldn't tell me who the builder was. He bought it as basically a shell, or so that was what was told to me. Again, I just want to reiterate, buyer beware. If the many issues that are wrong with this house are not addressed, just run the other way. And I find it very disingenuous and on the verge of illegal to not disclose the many issues with this house to potential buyers. Potential buyers are spending a lot of time visiting the home, a lot of money going through home inspections. This home has been under contract numerous times, and as you could see from the property history, you could do your own research. You'll see that this thing, many of sale, has fallen through, and you could just add me to the list, which is very disappointing, because it had the potential to be a very beautiful home, but it was just sad that it was so neglected. What else? Going just as a side note, that's not the end of the story with this house. If the many issues that it has weren't enough, I feel the need to talk about its prior history. So, as I mentioned, the house was built in 1995. However, it wasn't completed, and it's still not entirely completed, but it wasn't completely built, I believe, until 1999. There is an article that you could search online. I'll link in the description below, where there was a murder-suicide in 1999 at this house. The original owner of the home, who was building the house, was murdered by a contractor. And again, I'll let you do your own research. You could read the article, and for many people that'll be a deal breaker. For some, it won't. It is 20 years ago, so that's up to you. That's up to you how much that affects you. For me, it was a little surprising. I know in Connecticut you're not legally obligated, as a realtor is not legally obligated to disclose that information, especially so long ago. So they're not legally obligated to do it. Ethically, I think it would be nice to know, but I understand they're also trying to sell a house, so it's not something you would like to bring up. So I did my own research and I came across the article, and which I'll put up here briefly. But again, like I said, I'll link it in the description below. So that's 60 Paine Road, and it's been on the market for a while, and it's been under contract numerous times. And if you're wondering why, like I was, you'll start to dig deeper into this house, and you'll start to do your due diligence. Here's that article that I was mentioned, 2 found shot dead, and the gentleman is Michael Anthony Ramos, and he's the gentleman that was shot dead by his contractor, who then killed himself in 1999. So you could read that article. But hopefully you won't, if anybody who's a potential buyer of this house sees this video, this will save you a lot of time, effort. I've already been to the town. I've already visited the home numerous times. I've already had a home inspection. I've already done my due diligence, looked up the articles, and this is the unfortunate baggage that this house comes with. And I do find it completely disingenuous, again, that the owner and seller agent don't disclose all these issues to a potential buyer, forcing them to go on and find these issues themselves, spending lots of time and money. So if this video has helped you, great. Leave a like, leave a comment, and hopefully you can avoid a horrible purchase. Take care.